Worry in your mind, fear is how it starts. Unsure of what you'll find, it could tear you apart. You take a leap of chance, you break your mother's oath now. Macabre is the dance, and set free are the ghosts. Will a card save us here? Will it spell out our dooms? Only one thing is clear, we face fears and fortunes. Fears and fortunes, the cards don't ever lie. There's only 14 ghosts, but a million ways to die.
Never mind.
There we go.
Hello, everybody. We are here. That music's kind of loud. Lowering that. Hi, hello. We are here for this is episode 4, right? Episode 4 of Fears and Fortunes. And we have an amazing episode planned for you tonight. I have dared, as DM, to tell the party that I am prepared for anything. And they're taking that as a challenge, and I'm scared. I may have made a mistake. Please help me. Yeah, we're here with the wonderful party, and we have an amazing session to go into. But before we begin, I want to let you know about a few things. First off, everything that you're seeing is brought to you by Forgotten Adventures. Forgotten Adventures makes this show happen, allows us all to be here, and makes all the amazing maps and tokens and map assets you're going to see on screen. There is one exception to that. There is a map you're going to see today that was actually made by me and Android Grace for this. So it's not one of the official maps, but it's made using all the amazing assets at Forgotten Adventures because it's just that easy to make maps with their awesome stuff. Check them out at ForgottenAdventures.net or over on their Patreon. They have 2 of those, Forgotten Adventures and FA Battle Maps, where they make their amazing battle maps. That is all for that, but then one more thing. If any of you guys are so inclined to donate to us, what you need to know is this. If you put #Sly, #Zoraius, #Aaren, #Fable, or #Una with your donations or your bits or things like that, you can actually help these players raise their bars next to their names. Those bars, when they get filled, allows them to do ultimates. I have awesome new ultimate art to show off for each player that I haven't gotten to show yet because they haven't gotten to their ultimates. But once they do and they use them, we get to see that juicy, wonderful art, and I get to start using it on socials and bragging about it because it's so cool. All of the art that you see of our characters, by the way, is made by Karis Alexandra. And yeah, I think that's everything. Are you guys ready to begin?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, let's do this. So, we will begin. Where will we begin? We will begin here. It is a lovely day at the offices of Upscale Defenses. The
wonderful.
party has gathered together to plan and review notes and figure out what they're going to investigate next as they are hunting down all the spirits that have been released from the Terro Deck that Sly holds. And as they are trying to figure that out, 1 second, that is, okay. As they are trying to figure that out, Aaren, there's a knock at the door.
Oh.
And so you head out to the front office to answer that. You hear that knocking, and when the door opens, what you see is Byron.
Hello, friend. How's it going?
All right, look, I just want to say, I know we got off on the wrong foot, but, I'm here now, and I'm gonna be. Look, I got bad news for you. I'm gonna be working with you guys. You're gonna have to let me follow you around and stuff. Now, before you say anything, I do have orders from the king. I have them with me this time, and he holds up this document. Now, I know it's gonna be a lot to adjust to, but.
Oh, yeah, sure. Come on in.
That's it? You're not gonna try to tell me to piss off, or?
No. I mean, you want me to? Is that like your thing?
No. I feel like
That's
I
a
got
joke.
a different
That's a
impression
joke.
from you guys when we last met.
Yeah, it was a rough time. It was a long day, week, months. Come on in.
I just poked my
Not
head
to
around
get
the
off
corner.
wrong foot.
Is
That's
that
what I
Blaze
mean.
is at the door? Tell him to come on inside.
Yeah, yes it is.
What?
You,
Were they
you
expecting
came at
me?
the perfect time. No, well, I mean, we appreciate any coming in at this point. We have been racking our brains over multiple mysteries. You just come on through right here, right behind that desk. Normally I have an assistant, still working on that, but, you know, it is what it is. Everyone, Byron is back.
Hello? Byron looks
No,
around the room.
no,
and a little
Interesting
uneasy.
choice for an assistant.
I'm very particular about my assistants. Okay, I have a system. It's everything's got to be organized a certain. Anyways, we're getting distracted.
Okay, so what do we have on the docket
Exactly.
then?
All right.
Wait,
well,
I'm sorry. Is he joining us?
yes, he is.
I thought Sly only got one.
No, he's going to be joining us as a liaison on behalf of the king. In other words, he's a very, very fancy, legally issued babysitter
Oh, he's
Who's
definitely
the
Babysitter
baby?
who can cast spells.
Not it.
Not it.
Yeah, sorry, Sly. That is. Oh.
No,
Oh,
sorry,
Athena.
Athena.
It's all right. Happens to the best of us.
Sky, you're muted.
No, we can hear him.
Oh no, I can't hear him. Oh no, that's my bad. Why can't I hear him?
Diabolical.
Wow, you muted Sky.
Sky, take that back.
There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. You should be coming through now. Sorry about that, Sky.
I said you hired an assistant. They are perfect. For you have to like the assistant a little bit less than you like everyone else
All
for them to
right.
be your assistant.
Well, that's rude,
That's-
first of all.
Well,
Yes.
no, just truthful, right?
Honesty is the best policy in certain cases, but not this one. Listen, there are too many very terrible things happening in this city right now and across this nation, and we all need to band together to start making headway. All right, we've meandered, we've gotten distracted, we've explored things that led to nothing, but it's time for us to start cracking skulls, figuratively speaking, and start getting some work done. All right?
Zozo, do you have a instrument that I can borrow for the band? As they whisper to you, just as this is happening.
I don't have a spare instrument for you, Soggy. I'm sorry.
No help.
Maybe
That's
you can
okay.
try playing the ham bone.
The ham bone. Interesting.
It's when you slap your legs and elbows and clap a lot instead of actually playing an instrument.
They will immediately would like to roll a performance check to make this happen.
Go for it.
Great.
All right. Well, while he's feeling that out, let's take a look at the evidence board, shall we, everyone? Now, and you see.
What did you roll?
Wait, what?
That one.
Oh,
You just slap yourself?
wait, George, we can't see the map anymore.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry, I don't know if we're supposed to. Okay.
we'll
I
get
got
to
a
the map in
natural
moment.
one.
You got a.
Also, thank you for the
I have a
raid.
natural one. Thank you for the raid, you guys. Natural
We
one.
just got a natural one
check.
performance check. Woo!
So Una, you start trying to
Yes.
do this, and you do
Yeah.
slap yourself in the face a few times, not understanding how this works.
The knee goes up to the hand, The other part, it's not the hand that moves, it's the other parts. So the knee, the head, the nose, that kind of stuff. And as I kind of try to like hit my knee with my hand, my knee hits the top of the table, and my head also goes down and hits the top of the table at that same exact time. They'll
Nice.
stay there and act like they're sleeping as you hear.
I think Zoraius is actually dying in his fucking chair laughing at this moment and trying his hardest to keep it in. Oh,
As they stretch up,
All right.
as they wake up. Oh, it's nice to feel awakened again.
Yep. Welcome back, Huggy. Anyway, Aaren, you were saying.
We were talking about...
Like I was saying, hold on, let me just add this right here. I wanted to add a new note. Let's see here. Should be able to.
Is it working?
Oh.
I don't know. I don't think I can write on this thing. This magical pen. I don't think I have permission. I'm in view only.
Oh,
This
oh,
pen's-
that's my bad. That's my bad. One moment.
You have to attune to it first. Actually.
That's no. Hold on. There was a guy who I got this from down the street. He said this thing was legit. It's
Okay.
a magical.
No, it is. You just
eraser.
have to
Refreshing,
attune
and you
first,
should
and
be
then
able
you
to-
can do it.
You should
I
be
did
able to do that now.
attune. I did attune.
Talk to a kraken and get some ink from them if you would like.
Perhaps
You can
your
only keep
assistant
stuff
can
with
give you a
little
hand with
changes.
this magical item.
All right. Any success?
No, it says I need permission.
No.
me try
One
to
moment.
refresh.
I'll send it to you again.
Your
This-
father figure is
There we are. There we are.
asking
Okay.
for permission from their pen.
There we-
there
no,
you
no, it's right
normal?
now. It's right now. Goodness gracious.
Ooh,
All right, let's see here.
that's fancy.
Rot.
Sloom road.
Okay, we're looking for
Slum rock.
patient 0. Oh, what's another thing? Byron, while you're here, what's the name of that secret organization that used to be around that was investigating magic?
The Mystics Foundation.
The Mystics Foundation. Mystic or like mystics, like possessive or
No, Mystics. Like it's like a group of them,
oh, okay.
like a collection of mystics.
Collection of mystics. Yeah, okay. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Possessive
I
like
think it's the
spirits
S before
possess.
the apostrophe.
What?
It doesn't matter. The foundation. It's fine.
All right, foundation. Who has access to what's left of their research?
I mean, most of the place burned down. What research are you hoping to find?
Well, our research into the slum rot has kind of gone cold. I know that we're looking for a patient 0. And that's really where we've left off. Every other lead I've tried looking into, I couldn't really find much of anything. And then I did hear about this foundation, and I know they were looking into magical stuff, so I didn't possibly know if they had something. I don't know. Just trying to figure out any lead I could.
All right. Well, what else we got?
Well, that's about it on the slum rot front. But there's more other stuff on the board that we can take a look at.
All right. Yeah, this is your guys' evidence board. We can go ahead and look at that. Yeah. So, what's the next thing you want to check out? Anyone?
I've heard you all talk about this Arthur fellow quite a few times.
Yeah, he's
We probably shouldn't go there if we're trying to keep. And her eyes like dart to Una. Just level heads, just heads all across the board, keeping them level. Let's try. And she just is going to throw one of the utensils that was on the table at the board, and let it stick. Hopefully. And that's the one she wants to go to.
Okay, go for it. How are you deciding this?
I think just like a quick, I would throw my daggers.
Mhm.
It would just be like a quick butter knife, like I don't know, let's just, and she would let it fly. So maybe just like a dagger attack to see if you think it would hit the wall.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
There's
9,
11.
10, 11. Roll a d12.
A D12. Okay. Oh, jeez.
George said he was ready for everything, and he's leaving this up to chance, so he's ready for everything.
It's a 4.
A 4. Okay. Let's see. That is that leads us to the cobbler found clobbered. But you guys you also mentioned the Slumrot and Arthur's memoirs. It is important for me to tell you. Cobbler found clobbered. You can look into that. Arthur's memoirs or Slumrot spreads. For both of those, Slumrot, you might be able to find information in his library.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I had a flash of genius. What I'm thinking is that Arthur might have something within
that's
his
genius.
library, or maybe in his lost memoirs. So maybe
Or
we could
he
ask
could
him.
have that and not give it to us, as I have tried many times to.
He could, but
ask
that's
for
why
something direct.
we're going to try the diplomatic approach, like we did down in the sewers, and just talk.
I'm pretty
Right.
sure that monsters are easier to talk to than whatever kind of monster Arthur is.
Yeah.
Soggy, I've never seen you this upset, and it is just making my curiosity that much more intense of who this
Oh.
person could be.
I am not upset, Zozo. I'm annoyed. But
My apologies. Sorry.
you must meet them. You will, I'm sure you will see. You should see just immediately. So, should we show Zozo the annoying one?
Well, I think that could be a good place to start, just to start our day. We just ask him a couple of questions, see if he knows something. If not, then maybe get a lead on his memoirs, see if that starts something up, and then make our way
Right.
over to the cobbler that you so elegantly put into my board, darling.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Cobbler. That was like 3 months ago.
There been any updates that you know of since then?
I mean, I'm just not sure that you would investigate. The body's gone. But I do have a friend in the morgue who can probably let us see the corpse or the
Well, if you
autopsy
wouldn't
report
mind,
at the very least.
would you mind meeting us there later at the morgue?
Sure, I can do that.
I appreciate it.
Is this Arthur fellow something I need to worry about?
No,
Yes.
no,
Yes, a lot.
no,
Yeah.
no.
What?
No.
What do you mean? No?
He's a bit, how do I put this?
Annoying.
He's a bit of a shut-in.
Liar.
He likes to stay inside and read books, and he has a very
Spirit.
large library. So
Heinous
we're going to be
person.
consulting with him. See if he
Una and Arthur just aren't on the same page. You know?
Exactly. Like how you and I weren't on the same page.
They wouldn't show me the page.
Give me a persuasion check at advantage, Aaren.
Oh, here we go.
Because I'm assuming Fable.
Aaren loves to do persuasion rolls.
I don't know why I talk so much. I should have done strong and silent type.
It's because you're a dad.
Yeah, that's good.
It's gonna
Yeah.
happen. Just be saying things.
All right. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, whatever. I'm sure I'll meet him eventually. You know, sounds like an interesting dude. So.
Yeah, it's just we're trying to. He can get a little prickly. You gotta talk to him real delicate, like so. The fewer amount of people we take, the better.
Okay. Well, you know, sounds good. I will meet you at the morgue, and we can get started on that clobber investigation there, huh?
Sounds good. All right. This is anything else?
The door's that way. Here,
yeah,
if you follow me.
I'm aware. Thank you.
Yes. Come
Fable,
along.
Yeah.
you want to come with me to the Smith's shop? I got to go pick up my magic item. I dropped off a while ago.
Why do you need me to talk them into a better deal or something?
Well, I mean, that would be nice. Yeah.
I can try.
Fantastic.
Okay. So you guys are doing that, and is Sly, Zoraius, and Una heading to Arthur's? Are Sly and Zoraius dragging Una to Arthur's?
Wait, we're leaving Una with Arthur without adult supervision? Are you sure, Aaren?
Wait, no. I was just
Hey,
gonna stop by
hey,
there
Zora-
real quick, pick up my item, and then we head there.
Okay.
Maybe should we go after?
Either way.
Zoraius has armpit hair, right? So I think we've got
Yeah,
someone.
I'm an
We've
adult.
got an adult. We're good.
Thank
We're
you,
fine.
Kars, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you, Kars. Una is going to quickly come back after letting this guy out and then say, "Oh, Aaren, I have something to write onto the board."
Yeah, what is it?
I think that, so what I learned from my friend Wrench is that there are also, get this, as they lean in forward to you, like close to your face and bend their head to you, a little bit too close.
Right.
Did you know that no number before 1000 contains the letter A? I learned that from Wrench today. I think that deserves to be on the board.
Yeah, I think it does. I didn't know that.
I mean, perhaps
See?
that's true in common, but there are other languages. You know what? Soggy, I'll let you have this one. I'm sorry for even speaking.
Right. I'll just put.
Have this one. Yeah.
We'll just
Okay.
Put,
Well, I have got to see how you are going
Number.
to convince Arthur to show you anything. So I would love the opportunity to watch you all. What is the term? Burn on fire and wreck. Wreck with fire.
Soggy, I don't think that doesn't sound correct.
Well, get hurt with fire. Something.
It sounds
like
like
that.
you're wishing us a fiery death.
No. Oh my. They put their hand up to their mouth.
Let's get out the door, yes.
Okay. You guys head off. As you do, Aaren and Fable, you stop at the Smith shop to pick up your items.
Yes.
Okay.
And as I'm doing that, I just, as we're walking, I say, "So, we don't really get much time to talk, you know?"
Oh no, I know about the birds and the bees. We don't need to do this.
What? No, that's not where I was going with that. I mean, if you are active, just make sure you're being safe.
No.
But regardless, what I'm trying to say is that I'm just checking in on you. I know what happened down there in the sewers was bad business, and it didn't feel like there was any right way of handling it, and I feel like I soaked up way more of the spotlight than I wanted, trying to keep the peace.
No, you soaked up the exact right amount of spotlight, I think. I worry that I don't know. I'm obviously quite biased in this situation, and I want to trust Sly. I do trust Sly. She's so good, and I want to be more like that too. And you're good too. I guess it runs in the family, huh?
Yeah, she did get my dashing good looks. That is true. But no, I know that couldn't have been easy, and I know that deep down things are really complicated. So I just want to let you know I'm here if you need to talk. about any of this.
Thanks, Dan. I appreciate it.
All right. Now, help me pick out an item.
She'll give him a quick little kiss on the cheek and then go help pick out the item.
Okay, and what is it you're getting exactly?
So,
Yeah,
here's
what
my
was shopping
pitch,
for?
George. All right,
boy.
I spent 2,000 gold, by the way. I just want to keep that in mind that we spent 2,000 gold on this. What I was looking at, though, is, as we all remember, our
Yeah, tell him.
Lucian, sorry, I had to give me a moment.
Mhm.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, no. Everybody,
Lucian
silent.
had the sword that we smelted down into a scimitar and then a chain. That chain, I wanted to enchant to give it the ability to just give a weapon the throne property and then just magically yank it back.
Right.
The
Listen,
boomerang property.
The range, that's up to you. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have to be anything crazy. All right?
Look at George.
Hey, even
Look
if
at
I
his
can
face.
use it
Dude,
as
I'm
a
looking
short
only at
range
George.
grapple hook.
So
who
you
knows?
paid 2,000. That was for the smelting and everything, right? Or is this for the chain part? Was this last week?
No, so last week I asked for the chain to be enchanted with that. When
Right.
we had first got the weapon
Did you
last
pay for the
season.
enchanting yet?
Yeah, I paid 2,000.
Okay, that's what. I was
Yeah, I already marked it off my
Then
sheet.
sure, yeah. Add a chain of returning to your inventory. I'm
Awesome.
gonna say it has a range of 30 feet
Gotcha.
at normal and 60 feet at disadvantage.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. I thought this was going to be a lot worse than what you built it up so much. I thought you were going to be like, and I'm thinking maybe it could be another sentient item. Like, yeah. Okay.
No.
Okay.
I'm a simple man. I like things that fly and then come back.
Got it. Okay, you do that. The rest of you head off to Arthur's. As you get there, one moment.
I really don't think that I should go first. Sly, could you do this?
Yeah,
Yes.
happy to.
Okay. And I'll hide
Arthur's
behind
pretty
you.
Cool with me. Oh, hiding behind.
How
Why
be
don't you
cool
hide
with-
behind Zozo
Yeah.
instead?
They turn
I'm
around,
actually
look at Zozo.
Hello. Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm actually excited
Uh,
to meet Arthur. So
That is a no from me, Sly. I think that I feel more comfortable next to someone who gets it.
Okay, that's okay. I do get it. I just thought maybe the stranger over there would provide a better blockade, but I am up to the task. And she's gonna like balloon her shirt out to kind
Yeah.
of provide better cover as she heads into.
I would
the
like
library.
to take off my little like cape that I wear, and I'm going to set it on your shoulders, and I'm going to put me underneath it as I bend
Perfect.
underneath.
Yeah, I just look
walk in.
long now. I don't look. So stupid.
It must be
Sly
the
the
opposite of like a
long
centaur, like just
It's just two cahoots in a trench
I
coat.
look like a dachshund,
two cahoots in a trench coat's crazy.
like a wiener dog centaur right now.
Okay, so you guys head in.
Yes.
This music is a lot more eventful than I want it to be.
Damn, we're
We're
going to
fighting
kill
Arthur.
Arthur.
Oh wait, I reveal myself. I would like to make an attack.
Wait, what?
perfect, Barry.
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay, we'll stick with this. So, you guys get there. As you guys head down the stairs, what you find is the library, seemingly it's more accessible than it's been before. You guys see the rows of books look more organized, more easy to navigate than they have been before. Almost like
I
the
think that you
library
should-
wants you here.
Sly, we could play a game where we say names other than Arthur. Do you think that would be fun? I think that might be fun.
But
Like
why
maybe,
would we-
hey, Anthony or
Oh, like when we
Andrew.
see Arthur,
Yes.
name
Yes.
him incorrectly.
Yes, and it could be funny.
Can I ask, is this coming from a like a yearning to be
I'm
just a little
very
mean?
angry. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, it
okay.
is. I
Okay,
am
okay.
very
I'm down.
frustrated, and
I'm
I
down.
feel
I'm
like I
down.
don't want to call them their name. They don't deserve that from us.
Oh, okay. Well, just because it's Zoraius' like first time meeting Arthur, maybe we let Zoe make his own judgment on Arthur before we start being mean to him.
Okay.
Okay.
What your wish is my command, Seer.
Okay, that's gotta stop. Okay, Arthur.
You call out for him, and you do hear him around the corner. And what you see is one moment.
Fable playing with
Arthur
a
playing with a
squeaky
toy?
ball? Like what is
I think that's
what in the
Arthur.
circus act?
Wait, what?
Arthur's
Horns on a
squeaky like an owlbear.
Somebody had a
Squeaky
little
owlbear
squeaky toy.
What are you guys talking about?
Daniel's
Sorry,
dog.
Daniel's
Got a
dog.
He
chew toy.
decided to come and
Oh,
do
I
show and
didn't-
tell
I
with his little
didn't hear
owlbear
that.
toy.
Sorry.
And he was like, look what I can do.
Okay.
Sorry.
You guys seek out Arthur, and you do find him wandering about, looking at books as normal. He spots you. Ah, hello, Seer. So good to see you.
Hey, Arthur. I wanted to introduce you to someone, actually.
Not me.
No, not you. He's already met you. You don't need to reintroduce. How could anyone forget you? And she's like speaking into the back of her cloak as she says this, and then looks up at Zoraius and goes, "Talk to him."
Hello. You must be Arthur. It's so nice to meet you.
I am Arthur. It is good to see you too. What is you said? Your name was?
My name is Zoraius.
Zoraius. Nope, never heard that name before. What can I do for you all?
Well, we just had some questions, doing some research, and was wondering if you could kind of point us in the right direction of what we need to read. We're trying to investigate slum rot right now, and I know it's kind of been a persistent problem, but it's really getting bad right now. So,
Oh, of course, yes. You want books on different pandemics or just diseases in general, or?
the more aligned with this list of symptoms, the better. And Sly's going to hand over the list that she wrote of like everything she noticed when she was down there and what she noticed in herself when she saw that like kind of black smoky visage when she had that spell up.
Oh, okay.
And Arthur, could you
Yes.
also add magical resistance onto that list?
Magical resist. Well, you know, funny thing, there's only a few books on that kind of subject. One moment, and they start flying through the library. You see books like rustling as he flies by. Things start, and Zoraius, you notice for the first time that books are like rearranging themselves here, like just slipping off of shelves and then like moving to different places at random, seemingly at random.
Hey, Arthur,
Yes.
would you mind if I looked around a little bit?
Please feel free.
Much obliged. And I think he's gonna look around for if there's anything that pops up about Aaron's hometown, because our benefactor had mentioned that if we wanted more information about the cards, that we'd have to go there. And I
Okay.
know that's not something we could do anytime soon with everything going on in the city, but he wanted to just try to look around and see if he
Sure.
could find more.
You're looking for that. who I guess it was Sly who asked about the diseases.
Yeah.
Zoraius asked about magical resistant diseases. Fable or Una, are there anything you're looking for in this library?
I guess. Well, I don't know. I guess like anything, maybe like medical history. Is that any different? Like I guess I'm thinking of the bird woman and why she was doing what she did, or if it was just random, or if there was some basis for it, or I don't know.
Okay, sure. What about you, Una?
Una is going to whisper to Sly and say, if you would like to ask something for me, I would appreciate it if you asked about the information that they have on the current cards that we are looking for the spirits.
Sure.
Or maybe their own memoirs. And if you can get a memoir from Arthur, I will promise you right now that I will treat Arthur as I have treated everyone that I like and care about from then on. But if you
Okay.
can't, then I promise to hate them for the rest of my life.
Okay, awesome. Hey, Arthur?
Yes.
The library
Go ahead.
seems so much different than some of the last few times I've been. Why do you think that is? It's like it rearranged itself or started organizing or something.
I just had time to sort things out, and it's been so long since you've been here. As they come flying back with several books. And as they're doing this, so Fable, give me a investigation check. Aaren, give me an investigation check as well. Now, Una, you've asked Sly to do things. Is there anything you want to do yourself?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Skylar would love for Una to do things. Skylar would love for Una to do things, but Una, no.
You don't even want to try maybe using a different stat?
They would like to peek up underneath the cape and try to sense, close. They actually not peek up under the cape, noticing that they actually don't have sight right now. As they're closing their eyes underneath this cape, they would like to try and feel out if there's a book in here that resonates to maybe what they've been through. And maybe about this, maybe a certain captain, maybe a certain, ship that we have yet to reveal.
Okay, go ahead and give me. So you're trying to just sense it out, right?
Kind of, yeah. Connect with it, yeah. Kind of like connect with how I feel and how my past memories made me feel, and remember that pain and the Seer and the ship and such like that, and kind of like feel out as they've known that as they search through this library and they search for book after book after book, that even using their eyes it's useless. So maybe they can feel something in here. Maybe all of this is like made up of like magic, or maybe this is just like, I would like to just mainly connect with my god or whatever to hopefully like, yeah.
Try give me an insight check. And Fable and Aaren, what you guys get?
16.
16?
15.
15.
Twinsies.
Who was that? Someone say something?
Una?
Nope. Okay. So 16, Aaren, you do find books on your homeland. What kind of information specifically are you looking for about the place?
Yeah, I know they're not going to have a book about ancient magic, super secret hiding spots for information of everything you want to know, but I think he'll start with things like known historical sites or visiting spots where people will go and see like old ruins and stuff like that. Maybe that to try to point him in some kind of direction.
Okay.
See if any iconography sticks out.
Got it. Yeah, you start looking into that. As you do, you do find... One moment, I'm pulling this up. Yes, you find that... So it's the Kransich Oasis, and there are a few places of note there. There's actually quite a lot of history there. The place at one time was ruled by elves. That kingdom seemingly fell to ruin, like literally buried beneath the sands. There's also basically then at some point Dragonborn came and started like resettling the place. There are several historic sites. Many of them though lie in the Skittering Sands, which are like large deserts and sand dunes that surround the Kransich Oasis. But a lot of these are ruins of settlements that the Dragonborn tried and failed, and then there are some deep in the sands of this ancient elven kingdom. It is, as you look into it though, one thing you see is that the elves, a lot of them seem to be, they reference them a little bit differently. Give me a history check to try to understand what they're referring to. Because they don't talk about them in the same way that they talk about the elves of Vanafay print.
I got a 5. Una, can you help me out with this?
We'll get to that as you are stumped looking through this. Fable, you do find some medical records, basically like sort of history of medicine in this region, and you're surprised to learn that one of the premier, one of the top people in terms of medicine a long time ago, over 30, 40 years ago, almost 50, one of the top names as like a rising star was someone, as you realize, named Annette. And they did a lot of work at the Mystics Foundation, sort of pioneering new ideas about medicine. This land that you guys are in, wizardry and magic with spells, as in like wizard magic and arcane studies, they're very risky. And so that also meant that certain spells for like protecting people or healing people could also be risky. And so Annetta was one of the first people to basically say, well, what if we didn't rely just on magic? What if we also examined the body and figured out how that worked? And so they started kind of digging into things, bits of medicine. There's a lot of information that basically alludes to this that you're able to find, but there's no records on what they worked on or why they stopped working on that and started doing what you know them to do. Those are things that may have been lost at the Mystics Foundation. Una, what did you roll?
I rolled a 16.
16. You, with your eyes closed and sort of covering yourself up with this blanket, you start focusing, and you hear constant shuffling of papers and things moving about the room, and a bit of insight comes to you that Arthur has sort of they have like the emotional sort of capabilities of a child. And when a child doesn't want something, they hide it. And you think about that in terms of how they might be organizing this place. But with that said, that's what you kind of gain from your insight. But also, there are books about the captain you were asking about. You found one the first time you were here. If you wish to seek out that book, you can.
I think just purely from that, just hearing that and understanding that, they're going to just kind of get a little bit more sullen and quiet as they kind of like Sly, you're going to feel like their hands on your shoulder kind of get a little bit tighter on yours. They don't say anything, and you notice that they're kind of like, yeah, I guess kind of like inviting their invisibility to be like trying to hide themselves more than they were actually trying to in this moment. That's it for now.
Okay. Eventually Arthur comes back. All right, here we are. And they present a bunch of different volumes of books for you guys. Give me one moment. As they do, you guys, the books they give you, so you were asking about books on diseases and things like that. There are several different books on various kinds of diseases, but one that they bring up, this one is all about diseases that are magically resistant. I think this should help. And they provide you with this copy, and it's sort of like a healer's guide and how to deal with diseases that don't really respond well.
I take it and go, thank you so much, and just pass it to Zoraius. And I don't even look at it. I kind of tighten the cloak around me to pull, like, to keep Una more shrouded, since I'm feeling them kind of become smaller in this moment, more invisible. And I go, well, now that you've had time to settle in and, everything is looking so much more organized, I remembered last time we were here, we couldn't find your memoirs.
No, they're somewhere around here, I'm sure.
Really? Would you mind if I read them? I'm terribly fascinated about your life.
Yes, if you insist. I mean, I don't think they're that interesting, but please go ahead. If I've already read them so many times. I'm not really, I don't need. I'm not interested in reading through them again.
Well, new friend, Arthur, it's not a matter of you rereading them. It's about sharing your stories with someone who's found quite an interest in you. How else do we live on if not through the stories that we share?
Make a persuasion check.
You sure you don't want Aaren to do this?
You sure? You don't want me in my -1?
It was almost a 20, but it's a 2 + 6 for 8.
Yeah, dang it.
But I'm helping. I'm asking. I'm helping. Come on.
I'll allow that because you are the Seer.
Tag team.
So roll one more time.
Seer
Okay.
privileges.
So this time, roll a nat 20.
Natural 20.
Oh! Let's go!
That's our Seer! That's our Seer!
That's our
Seer.
Seer, baby!
That's our Seer. Just grants nat 20s.
Jeez.
New feature
Oh.
unlocked. Just
You-
grants
Oh.
George is so mad.
Zoraius, you reach up and sort of like make this plea, like, it's about sharing, and like, we would want to know more. And Sly like sort of steps forward and you say like those magic words. The Seer wants to know more. And Arthur, who's like very loosey-goosey floating through the space, right? You see them tighten up at this. But if the Seer wants to know... What I can tell you is... It's in the center of the library.
Thank you, Arthur.
Thanks, Arthur.
You can see
Could
they're
I,
like very tense, and they just start drifting backwards away from you.
Hey, man. What's going on?
I
wanna take a
told you,
seat?
I'm sure there's lots for me to handle. There's many books I need to catalog as they start.
Actually,
retreating
you
away
are
from you.
correct, good friend. Could I put in another request real quick?
Yes.
And I usher to the other side of the room and kind of gesture for him to come closer. A private request.
Okay. And they float over to you.
And George, I've sent you a message
I see
on the D cord.
There you
Yes,
go.
I suppose I could find that. You want that instead of the memoirs, right?
Oh no, sorry, that's just for me.
Right. And they look back at Sly. And I'll do my best. And they fly off trying to look for it.
Hey, everyone.
Hey.
I have a wild idea.
Okay.
Very dangerous. But what if... Okay, so we got an offer from the prince. He wants to help with our adventures, right? What if we leveraged that relationship and asked if we could restart the Foundation in partnership with the kingdom? As like a public thing, the Seer partnering with the kingdom, we get access to research, and maybe they fund an excursion for us to go here. And he hands Sly the book about his homeland. That's where I'm from. And I had a private conversation with our benefactor a while back. This is our best lead at finding out more about the cards and where they came from. And, you know, giving you more control over them, and who knows what else. It's just an idea.
You think we should go here?
I don't know if we should go yet. I mean, there's a lot of stuff still happening in the city, but I feel like at some point it has to happen. And I don't want us to get to the point where by the time we need to go there, it's an emergency. You know, something's gone wrong with the cards or our understanding of them, or we don't know how to properly take down another ghost that comes up, right? Or, gods forbid, Granny C takes over again.
I'm
I
sorry.
just want to clarify. Granny T, you mean?
Oh, he calls it Granny C, like Granny Seer, but he says Granny C.
I thought you were misunderstanding her name being Cleo
No.
instead of Theo. And I
No,
was
he
like,
calls her Granny Seer.
Granny
C.
That's very funny. Okay.
You know how
Go for it.
nicknames be. Anyways, but yeah, that's how I came up with my nickname for her. Regardless, yeah.
I think
Thank you,
my
Piper.
eyes dart over to Zoraius when you say you don't want Granny C to take over again, and then I just like kind of block Zoraius out a little bit with my body by turning more towards you, Aaren.
No. Hold on.
Hmm?
What happened?
What?
Oh, slow down. Slow down, Zoraius. I understand you may have a lot of questions. But at the same time, and he kind of walks over, I have a lot of questions about you. I mean, what was that riveting conversation you were having with Arthur over there?
I put in a request for some books that I wanted.
That is so interesting. You know what's even more interesting? How you've been around us for weeks now. I mean, through thin and through thick, right?
I would
What do you
say
want?
through thick more than thin, but yeah.
What do you want, Zoraius? I'd love to hear it.
I want your success.
For what reason?
I was always told of great tales of the Seer, and it came to my attention that you needed help.
Who told you that?
Whispers throughout the citizens, mainly.
I thought the citizens liked me.
Yes, of course they do. And that's how I heard of you originally. And when I saw you in the cemetery, realized that you could use some help. And then you recruited me, and I've been doing my best to assist you since.
You do really well at, like I said in our first conversation about making sure information is the most valuable asset.
We gotta get these memoirs, Aaren.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps if you'd like to join my book club, I can share with you my titles later.
You know what we should do later, actually? You and me, we should have a sparring match. How does that
Aaren.
sound?
Aaren.
Don't
I
threaten
found
me
those
with a
books
good
you were
time,
looking
Aaren.
for. Oh, am I interrupting something?
No,
Can
I'm just
I-
saying,
Yes,
I would
yes,
like
you
to know
are.
what he can do.
Because Aaren and Zoraius are so close, and Arthur has come up to my side, can I see the titles of the books that he has brought over for Zoraius?
Give me a perception check.
I would also like to peek up out of this, hearing all of this happen.
Okay.
That is a 19.
No, wait, you rolled a 10 and you got a 19?
Yeah.
You see the books largely have to do with fairy tales. There's a collection of various different works of stories and folklore, a lot of them having to do with you see one book in particular is a history of fae spirits.
I got a 23.
A 23. You spot all the names of the books, and as the books are rotating around Arthur, you notice something else. Because your Sly's like on your shoulders, right?
Well, I'm on
Well,
Sly's
behind-
shoulder.
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm
Like
just
Oh, right,
peeking
you're
out
like
of
hiding
the-
under
Right.
under her cloak.
Yes.
You notice, you see all those book covers, but with a 23, you also notice that there's a rhythm of books moving about this place and how they orbit Arthur. Like,
So I can take note of that.
you can take note of that, and you notice that, like, it's almost like the books and the papers around him that are constantly spinning, like they sort of control or mirror the rhythm of shelves and books moving in the library. But yeah,
Okay.
what would either of you like to do with that
Arthur.
information? Go ahead.
Thank you for retrieving those for me. And I just hold out my hands.
Yes, here you go. Is there anything else I can help you all with?
Those memoirs, actually, yes.
Like I said, center of the library. I'm sure you'll find them. Good luck. And they try their best to leave as quickly as they can.
Yeah, I will let him. I'd rather it.
What's so weird about
I,
this?
I don't know why he's like that. He's
I don't know. And it's like, I don't want to push him, and then he freaks out and then attacks us or something.
exactly.
I don't know. It's-
Yeah.
Well, he said center of the
Very delicate.
library. Surely that can't be too difficult to find.
Oh, stranger, you have no idea what you've just said.
Oh.
Oh. And she's actually kind of excited that, like, because last time they were very confused and a little scared. And now that she knows Arthur at least a little bit better, she's not scared. She just knows that, like, there's a challenge ahead. You can't just, like, walk a straight line down a hallway straight to the center. So, yeah, she's a little excited and checking in on Una underneath the cape.
Okay.
You okay?
You see that Una is crying.
Oh no, oh no. And Sly's just gonna like turn around and melt under the cloak, so it just looks like one big lump of fabric, like cloth. And she's going to bring up a little bit of light. So it's like a blanket fort sleepover situation, very, very close, and just like lowers her voice to a whisper and is like, "Why are you crying?"
What? Crying? Me? No, that's water.
Yeah,
I-
leaking out of your sad spots. Why?
I always do that. That's always what I do.
No, that's not what you always do. Tell the truth right now. I dare you to tell the truth right now. Double blink dog dare.
So, okay, without blinking, and I promise to get you 2 dogs if I cannot tell you the truth here.
Okay, did Winch tell you how to do a double blink
We-
dog dare? Because I think he's got it wrong again.
Oh, no, I just have never heard that before. We have
Oh,
yeah,
I love
we
it when you
used
make up rules for stuff. And I get 2 blink
seahorses
dogs
and
out of it?
dolphins.
Oh,
Like
sorry.
blink
Okay, no.
dog.
Tell me the truth. Why are you crying?
Since I have to tell you the truth because I was dared, and you must keep this between us.
Rogue Scout's honor.
I think I figured Arthur out, and I really, really, really don't like that.
Figured him out how?
Like how he works, gets a shiver, how he acts, and how the library around us acts, and how they have this connection to one another. And I know that to get to Arthur's memoirs, we have to get to Arthur's heart. And it's also simplistic, but I thought that they were more complex than this. I thought I was the one that was the one who could not understand them. And now that I do, I think that I don't like knowing this, but I also have started to, and they start to like cry more, and then they slap themselves and say, "Care."
No, stop hand bombing into here. Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
I know I shouldn't do this, Seer, and I don't want to, but I'm starting to. If only I didn't see, if only I didn't peek, this is what you go through.
What? Hey, so I think you sound way too lucid. You're scaring me. Have you ever considered making a game out of it?
The last time I decided to play a game, and you see them pull their goggles from their head onto their eyes. They turn away from you and they say, I saw someone I cared about dearly die. You have to know how to play a game while also knowing that others might push their rules onto it. This may sound crazy, but I'm feeling in the same spot, like twice now. I'm feeling like I am in the same spot again. And if I play a game with another child, someone might die.
I think Slide would like to say a lot of things, but instead just lets like the cloth of the cloak envelop them both, and she's just gonna lean into Una and hug them and say, well, here's a game that no one will get hurt playing. You can cry as long as you want, for any reason you want, as long as we're under this cloak. Because once we're from out of the cloak, you won't want to cry anymore. It's magic like that.
That's not how it works, Seer. As they push out from underneath your cloak, and they just start walking away as fast
Good
as
to
they
see
can.
you again, Soggy. I'm going
Hush now.
to put the books away and follow.
Oh, hold on now.
You
You
hold
share with
on.
us your reading material.
It's now
How
really
about-
the time for that.
I mean, now is a great time. I mean, or we can fight for it, whichever you want to do.
Una, where are you
It seems
going?
to me like you want a fight.
Hey, I'm your Huckleberry.
I will summon my flail to my hand.
Real quick, hold on. Una, where are you going?
Boys,
But as
boys.
Zoraius gets stopped
I will
by
go as-
Aaren.
I will go ahead. I just goggles on, making a beeline for any way, like not the exit of the mansion at all. I'm trying to go deeper in, but George, am trying to find a place to be alone. I'm trying to find a space away from everything, and that's what I'm hoping to do. This is not about looking around. This is not about perceiving. It's about feeling. And so, however you want to do that.
Give me. Yeah, give me. I see what you're trying
It's
to
like,
do.
you know what I mean? Like, whenever you get, frustrated, you're, just trying to go. You just go, but
Give
you're, like...
me survival with advantage
Okay.
as you start
One
running
roll.
through the library.
And then a
We'll come
second
back
roll.
to that. Just hold on to what you roll. Aaren and Zoraius. Zoraius, you summon your flail to you.
Yes.
I got an 18, and I'm going to mute.
Okay.
All right. Sounds like a plan then. And even though his arms are folded, he's then going to shoot out Loyal Edge with his chain and throw it at Zoraius.
I'm gonna lean over to Sly and say, 1 gold on Aaren, 1 gold on Aaren.
Go ahead and make
Okay.
a attack roll.
14 to hit.
That does not hit.
Zoraius parries your blade that comes flying at them. Zoraius, do you respond at all?
Yeah, flail scorch.
Okay, go ahead and roll to a hit. As you parry the blade, Fable
13.
and Sly, you see the blade. That's not the music change I wanted. You see the blade.
You're doing the waltz.
My word.
You see the
Who are you
blade
really?
ricochet
Who are
off
you?
of Zoraius' weapon and smash into some books, cutting one of them in half.
Where's Arthur?
That's a very good question. Zoraius, what did you roll?
I rolled a
Hiding.
13 to hit, which I'm nearly positive does not.
Okay.
It does not. So as that attack comes towards me, I recall the blade and it slices it in half.
Mhm.
So, you got all this fancy magic. You can summon swords. Where does your magic come from, huh? I would sure love to know that.
Zoraius, doesn't your scorch, your flail scorch, doesn't it fire twice?
It does, but I know I know Aaren also has multiple attacks, and he only did one, so I was trying to be
fair enough.
respectful.
Aaren, you slice the scorch in half, and so 2 bits of flame fly past you and burn 2 books behind you.
Ooh.
Got it.
I would like to sneak away.
Aaren then, he's developing a
Leave
new
me to watch
fighting
this
style
alone.
as this is happening. He extends the chain out about halfway and then starts flipping it and is just like whirling it around like a whirlwind and then goes in for another strike.
Okay.
As you begin to approach with your swing, in response to your question of where I get my magic, I begin to spin my flail as well. Trust me when I tell you, Aaren, you don't want to know the answer to that question.
That's 11 hits, so it misses.
It misses.
Zoraius, how do you respond?
So
The dice
bad at
don't want to
fighting
stand each other.
Fable, commentary, please. I'm begging.
All right, he'll take his
Oh,
extra attack this time.
Okay.
I got no one to give it to now that it's last.
That's a 16
something
hit.
something
That
about
hit.
men having to whip it out and
Okay.
throw around.
All right, so you're going to take 11 points of piercing damage.
Copy
So
that.
as you would go to parry the attack, the blade will shoot up in the air. I'll wrap my foot around it and pull it down, and it just goes right into your shoulder.
It goes up in the air, knocking a book that was already flying in the sky, knocking that away, and then you turn it back, pull it down, hit Zoraius. Zoraius, how do you respond?
Hellish Rebuke as a reaction.
Make it dex.
Yeah, dude, yes.
What do I need to? What do I need to
Please
roll?
make a dex
Why
save.
it's so spicy? Good lord.
That's a 19.
You succeed.
Oh.
So I believe you
Aaren
take half
leaps out of the
damage.
way, and Fable, you watch as a big, massive surge of fire erupts where Aaren was just standing.
Oh,
Books
21
on both
reduced to
sides of
10
the shelves
fire.
of Aaren
10
burst
fire.
into
Gotcha.
flames.
Aaren gets real close,
At this point,
and he,
Arthur's
Wait, wait,
rushing up
oh.
to you all.
can I
Please
can
stop!
I do something?
Stop! What are you doing?
Can
No!
I do something?
Yes.
I would like to cast command, and I'll say, oh, what am I gonna say? I would say drop him,
You're saying it's both
and
of
that's a
them?
wisdom. Yeah, that's a wisdom saving throw for both of you, unless you choose to fail.
Please,
I have
stop,
advantage
stop!
on this.
oh no, I got a nat 1.
18.
Okay,
Awesome.
Aaren drops his weapons. Rise.
Drop my weapons as I'm walking
And
towards him.
Hellish Rebuke was my reaction, so I'll take my action
Oh
now.
yeah, that would happen for
Right. Go for it.
Zoraius.
Instead of flail scorching, I'll just take 2 swings of my flail.
Go for it.
Stop.
Awesome.
Natural 20 on the first one.
All right, that hits.
There is
19
going to be a
plus 6 for
response.
25 on the second one.
That hits as well.
Real quick, you're going to notice that the water that has been like leaking since Sly has walked in, you guys have stepped in it. So any kind of crit that happens on either of you, I'm going to use because of my guardian emblem. I'm going to mitigate that critical.
Okay, gotcha. I'll re-roll that.
Just to
damage
protect
then.
them. Like you see that the water can probably like shoot up and kind of like.
Do you have to see to be able to do that?
Okay, so I get back 10 health. I see that.
Right.
Do you have to see the attack? It's a reaction to an attack you can see?
Oh yeah, you walked off.
Because you are not here right now.
Yeah. It is what I see. Never
Okay.
mind.
All right.
Okay, so
You guys are going at it.
it would have been 24 damage, by the way.
Gotcha. I've recorded all that.
Okay.
I would like an intelligence saving throw from Zoraius.
Okay. Is this a spell?
This is not a spell. This is an ability.
13.
13. That is not enough. One moment. I have to roll damage. That is going to be 18 psychic damage. You feel radiate through your mind as Arthur yells, "Stop!" And they scream, and you feel this piercing pain in your head. As that happens, Sly, where were you going?
So I think being left under this cloak, the soggy wet cloak alone, cahootsless, kind of threw her, and she's like, okay, that couldn't have happened. Una wouldn't do that to me. And so she's gonna take that off and see that like this fight has popped off. She's like, no, I can fix this. Una said, if I can get the memoirs, everything will be fine and they'll treat everyone like family again. So I just have to get to the memoirs. So she's going to try to get to the heart of the library. She's going to start walking and exploring, looking for the memoirs.
What skill are you doing to try to accomplish that?
What I'd like to do is use the tail spinner card to use augury to, guide my steps, take a few, and when I come to, or when the library shows me like a split or a choice to make, do augury, and then continue down until there's another choice to make or a dead end or something like that, and go on for as long as that needs to find the heart of the library.
Okay, give me a insight check at advantage as you are using the cards.
Cool.
And Una, you said you rolled an 18?
Yes.
I'm gonna add a psionic die to this. Because it's a fine roll, but I'd like to do better than a 15, so I'm
Okay.
gonna add one of my... Which I think is yeah. Yay! Okay, that's 22 total.
22. Una, you are running
Yes.
through this library, and as you are constantly, you are letting your emotions guide you as you try to seek a place to be alone. Every path you pick, every divergence, every new direction you pick in a sense of fear and in a sense of like seeking this isolation for your own protection. And as you do, you push through shelves, and you find yourself opening an opening which you start to follow inwards, deeper into the library as shelves are sort of shifting around you. Sly, the shelves are shifting and you end up following a different path entirely, but you as well start to find openings into the shelves, and you both around the same time find yourselves arriving here in the center. One moment. And you find yourselves here. Whoop, that's not what I meant to do.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Just killed
I
Una.
die.
Yeah.
Dead!
You guys make it to the
Um,
center of this
Classic
library,
death
and
roll.
what you find is a colossal pile of books. Not on a shelf, just piled up in this massive tower that like stretches up and reaches up to the like ceiling almost. Books on every subject just piled here in the most chaotic, disorganized mess. But one thing you notice about it is this pile of books doesn't move at all. Everything else in the library is shifting as Arthur is trying to put out fires, as Arthur is trying to separate these two people, and Arthur, for the first time in our campaign, makes an attack action on Zoraius. You guys see everything in the library is in complete chaos, except this pillar of books. Una, you come to it seeking to be alone, and then you look over and you see Sly.
Sly. This is the thing I don't like about Arthur. We always end up in places that we don't want to end up. I just want to be alone. As they kind of like just like it's sort of funny because they walk over to this mound of books and they just like kind of aren't paying attention to it. And then they just turn around and put their back to it and sit on the books and hold their face.
You lean on
And
the
I-
books.
Yeah. I think
Holding your
that
face.
Sly was going to say something, but then heard Una say, I just want to be alone. And she's not going to leave because she has to find the memoir to make Una happy again. But she's also not going to say anything to Una so that, like, the illusion of being alone is a little easier to slip into. And she's just gonna start looking, like circling the pile and reading the spines of these things to see if these are just different subjects, if they're all memoirs, like what this pile is.
Seemingly every subject imaginable. A lot of these look like books that are heavy in volume. A lot of them look like they're books that are very old, but they all have been piled here just seemingly at random, it seems.
Hey, real quick, Sly, can you roll a stealth at advantage for me?
All my stealth checks are at advantage, but yeah.
Okay.
It's a
This
28.
is just for me. Okay, 28. Hold on real quick. Got a 17 and then... Okay, great. Great. So Una will keep kind of just weeping and whimpering there, just holding their face down as this is happening. I just wanted to do that. I just wanted to see if I heard you.
Oh boy, I'm trying to be real quiet. I'm trying to make you believe you're super alone right now. While never leaving you alone with your thoughts. That'd be reckless. I am going to start picking through every single book that either doesn't have a title on the spine or the cover, or, you know, I'm doing this the old school way is what I'm saying. I'm picking through this pile. What is it possible to actually like remove one and set it down so I can start sorting? Because this is kind of this unchangeable monolith. Does it move if I try to take it apart?
It's very densely packed in here. It feels almost like a wall.
Is there a top? Like, can I see the top?
You do not, but if you would like, you can attempt to climb.
I mean, yeah. I
You
would.
begin climbing. Una, what's going through your mind as that's happening?
Una starts speaking out loud as they are alone.
As you do, because I accidentally clicked.
Oh.
Sly, the entire pile of books collapses beneath you. Una, you are slapped onto the ground.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
As
Can
you
I get
see-
prone with books, please?
Yeah. The pile of books falls apart, leaving a pedestal.
As you kind of hear this mumbling and like Una's few fingers sticking out of these books.
I think Sly goes, "Don't worry, take all the alone time you need," and goes to the pedestal to grab whatever is on the top.
You see on top of the pedestal is a book titled My Memoirs.
Can I get... God, what a terrible day to be a rogue. Can I get a insight and arcana? Can I like get... And does it look like it's gonna bite me? Does it look cursed? Does it look like there's nefarious energy? Is it hot?
You can
What-
pick
like,
a
before-
skill
Does it
you
have
would like
teeth?
to roll, and I can give you the result.
Before they, no matter what they roll, George, before they like, after they roll, after they're about to, or right before they're about to touch it, I would like to like try to roll for, let's see, probably I'm gonna use my perception to see if it or maybe Arcana to see if it has something. weird about it.
Aren't you
Yeah.
taking a nap?
No, that's just because I want to like remove the last book off of my face, and I breathe and I
Sly,
see this
what are
book.
you rolling?
I was gonna roll an insight to see if like Sly gets that gut feeling about it, and it's kind of like an insight of self, taking into account what she can see and what she can feel.
Okay, go for that. And Una, what are you
Okay.
rolling?
I'm gonna roll Arcana.
To just get like a
my favorite.
vibe check?
And pretty much just like if it's brimming with like anything.
Yeah.
Like does it seem like it's cursed? Does it like underneath the sea there's so many things that are like hidden in treasure chests that were sank from like ships and this
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that and the other. It just seems like this might be.
I got a 23.
Ooh. Nice. I got a 19.
Heck yeah. Cahoots?
Both of you
Cahoots,
can
baby.
sense that there is magic to this book, and its placement and how much it was hidden away does seem significant. It would be
Okay.
possibly ill-advised to handle this without knowing what you're doing. But that said, I'm saying it to the two most chaotic members.
George, whatever could you mean?
Yes.
Right. So
Una, I'm assuming you got up from the books and like are
So
staggering
right
this way
before you
over.
touch it, Sly,
yeah.
and it says
I did
wait.
not confirm that I was gonna touch it. Hold on.
Of course, yeah, just maybe like you're close or something. Maybe they didn't perceive how close you were. Wait. They pick up the books and they like organize them and put them down. Whatever was on them. Walk over. And kind of like I'm getting Abu eyes from the Lion King looking at a diamond.
Yeah.
I'm kind
No,
of thinking like
Aladdin.
or Aladdin. Wow, Lion King. My bad. God, hello. And so at that point, I would like to look at Sly and say, this is good, but this is bad news. But this is good, right? We should, as they kind of like say, maybe we should touch this. Maybe we should read it.
I just wanted to find it for you. You said if I could find it, then you would feel better and be nicer. We found it.
At that point, they lift up their goggles, and all the water that was inside of those goggles just like fall down. And they're going to pick up Sly and give them the biggest hug.
Yeah, Sly's gonna hug you back and be like, "Yes, it worked," and hug you back really tightly.
You have no idea what this means to me. I have so much that I've been wanting to say and to tell you. Your family is amazing. You're amazing. And I'm so sorry for not telling you sooner. As they set you down. But before we get into that, could we maybe figure out what Arthur might dislike more than anything? I think it could be in this book. This could be the answer that would solve everything, would make me feel comfortable around Arthur.
Okay. But I don't think we should touch it. You got a stick?
Lifts up the crab claw.
That's pretty much a
open-
stick.
Okay. I can actually do this, and I'll kind of like you see like the water hit the hilt, and the crab claw opens up, and a couple like little tiny like short tendrils start to like move, like it's kind of alive.
Cool.
And then now looking at everything, I would like to make a perception check around it, like to see this room, see where we are. This is the first time Una's actually like taking a moment to see this room.
What
Is that
are you
okay?
trying to see?
Just to see if there's any, like, one, the exits, two, like, if there's any kind of, like, trap on the floor. As you can see, like, there's, like, markings of this paper underneath. Just kind of like to see if there's anything
Nothing
super
special.
dangerous about this. Nothing special?
Nothing special about the books around the ground or anything. It seems to be a bunch of books that were probably like less sought after, and so had
Does
been
it look
shunted
like-
away here.
Does it look like this book in particular is dusty? Like it has been there for a long time?
Yes.
Okay. Una will lift up the crab claw and kind of like you see it kind of shaking.
Yeah.
Sly. And then they
Wait!
ask if you What?
And she's
How
gonna
long?
dip down and grab the stack of books that you just reorganized and set them down and then hop up on top so that she can read when you open it and go, okay, go.
Okay. And they're going to use the crab claw to start to like this. Well, also, is there like any kind of like name on the side of like the spine of this book?
Nope. Just the
Okay, great.
title, My Memoirs.
Okay. My Memoirs. And then it's going to they're going to pull the book open with the crab claw.
As you open it, you see that the first page is blank.
I figured this was pretty much what Arthur was all about. I had
It's
a
boring.
feeling. It's boring
No, it's blank.
and boring.
Turn to the next page.
As they turn to the next page.
Blank.
Huh.
So is there like, do we need to like soak it in water or put it inside of a oven or?
Maybe there's magic on it. Can you dispel stuff like that?
I can dispel curses.
Oh. Sly leans over and looks like very, very close at the page, like nose 2 centimeters away from the page, to see if there's like super small writing, any texture. Like, she's just looking, just to see if she notices anything that could help figure out how to read this thing.
You see that the cover has like a spiral pattern in its center, but it just says My Memoirs.
Should we keep going? Turns
Sure.
to the next page.
Yeah.
You guys are there for a while. As you guys
Okay,
are flipping
we-
through pages and seeing that's blank.
Yeah.
Elsewhere. What's happening over here?
I believe
Aaren
it's
was
The
Aaron.
Aaron
library's
Fable's
burning
turn.
down.
The weapons are on the ground.
Arthur's finishing
Yep.
putting out the fires.
He walks towards Zoraius. He sees that like he's kind of low. So, as a flex, Zoraius is kind of low, and Aaron's just gonna start healing himself as he's walking towards him.
Counterspell.
No, this is just his second wound.
Damn it.
So his wounds are just naturally closing up. And he's just gonna grab you by the collar and just pull you in. You are a weakling, a coward, and an opportunist. Nothing about you is real. How about you actually show me that you stand for something? And then he's just gonna let go. Arthur, I must apologize. I don't know what came over me. And he retracts his blade. I'm so sorry. Is there anything I can help you put back?
No, this is the worst. Oh. And they're like busy frantically trying to fix books.
I'm so sorry. Here, MaeLeFay, and he summons MaeLeFay to help like lift books that go up to higher shelves.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's start moving some of this stuff up.
Okay. Is there anything else happening here, or are you guys just cleaning?
Just helping clean.
Okay. Then back in the center.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not helping clean. I'm watching them.
You guys have flipped through several pages. It is completely blank.
Do you think that there is a card that could allow us to read this?
A card?
Yes, I mean, you are the seer, and so you should be able to have that ability to see what's written down, right?
She was using the tail spinner card to find her way to this room, so she does have it in her hand. She looks down at it and goes, I don't know, maybe. How would I do that? I don't want to touch any of my cards to the book. What if it's bad?
But what if
Aaren
it's
would
good?
be really upset if it was bad.
But we could come back knowing that we've succeeded and we could share that with Aaren. And then I'm sure that Aaren would be happy about that.
I don't think so. He gets real upset about really little stuff, like when you let a bunch of ghosts out of an age-old deck of cards, or when you touch a cursed book that belongs to one of those ghosts, or I don't know. He's kind of finicky these days. And she puts the card back in and goes, there's got to be some answer on how to read this thing. And if she examines like the pedestal it's on, the tiles, etc. on the room, for any clues that would help her use her brain instead of her cards, because she's wary of that.
An intelligence check or Arcana.
Ooh. Ouch! She's not smart. Okay, that's a 12.
I don't know. Aaron's the one
I'll-
who's always good with magic stuff. Doesn't he have like a spell for that?
Yeah.
Could
Yeah,
there be-
Aaron's gonna be really mad. We should probably just go get him.
But what if the answer is here within all of these books? I'm sure that there's a way to figure this out. It was
Yeah, the
hidden.
more the merrier. We're not leaving. We'll just get some extra eyes on it so we can figure it out together. That's how we do everything.
Sly, I don't know how I got here.
That's okay.
I don't know if we'll ever be back.
Of course we will. We both found it on the same day. We're definitely gonna find it again.
Do you both
How about
believe
I
that?
could put it in your cloak.
We could do that. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, if you want to grab this thing with like your lobster claw and hold it out 10 feet in front of you.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's it. Yeah.
You pick
Pretty
up
much
the book.
that, and then wrapping so the lobster, or the crab claw over to Sly, and then Sly, if you can tie the little cape around it. to, like,
Yeah.
keep it
We
connected.
rig it up together, and then we'll head back over to where everyone else was, if we can find ourselves that way.
Okay. You are able to find yourselves that way, as it seems to be easier to navigate out than it was to get in. As you guys arrive, you see Arthur putting out like sorting out books. You see a lot of books are scorched, some are torn, and Arthur looks like a complete mess.
Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I'm so sorry, Arthur. Did something bad happen?
Just a minor disagreement, Seer.
I look at the floor and I see that there is blood on it.
Yes.
I look up at Aaren and I'm going to immediately establish a mental link with Aaren and go, what really happened just now?
Just trying to get to know our friend. Push his buttons.
Una will say the same thing out loud to Fable.
What really happened?
Yeah, what really happened here?
Oh, men are just quite emotional.
Does that include...
Gestures to everything.
Yes. Okay.
But we shouldn't be keeping Byron waiting.
No.
Yes. We should
Speaking
go.
of which, I think I'll wait outside. And on the way out, passing by Aaren, I'm going to drop the whittled wooden carving of MaeLeFay into your hand and keep going.
Oh.
That I finished up between last episode and this one.
Oh.
Zoraius,
Bro.
thanks.
That's messed up. Una's gonna leave too.
Okay.
But as they leave, they're just gonna quickly turn to Arthur and say, hurt people, hurt, and then turn her back around and walk away.
Okay, you leave. Are you carrying the book?
Yeah.
Okay. Arthur looks at you. What an odd thing to say as you depart the library. Why do I keep pressing the dead button?
Oh my god, he wants me
Oh my
dead,
gosh,
Chad.
foreshadowing.
is
I
so
think
strong.
I
Chad.
think the book is cursed, y'all.
Sorry about that.
Aaron goes up to Arthur and says, "Hey, man, I'll come by here some morning and help do some more cleaning and organizing just to make
I
up for
think
this."
maybe you have done enough.
All right, fair enough. You know what I'll do? I'll bring you some new books about current geopolitics. How's that sound?
That I would like.
Update your library.
Yes.
All right.
Hmm.
Take care now.
I want to stay with Arthur for just a second and kind of like delicately step over the blood splatters and go, "Hey, Arthur?
Yes.
Thank you for being so welcoming. I know
Of
that
course.
this is
Did you still want that book on magical resistant diseases?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it with me, but don't worry about it.
How have
You're
things been faring, by the way? Did you catch many spirits yet?
Arthur, about that, I don't want to put you back in the deck. Is that what you would like? Would you like to stay out of it and like just have this space be your space?
I would like to stay out of it for as long as I can, but in truth, as the Seer's aide, I know I have to go back to the deck eventually. It's the only way for you to obtain your true power. Not now, of course. Maybe after you've gathered the rest. But
as
when that
long as
time comes-
possible. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Arthur.
Do not be sorry. Once you do that, you can summon me.
I much prefer just visiting you, Arthur. But I'll keep that in mind, okay? And I'll bring back that book and some new ones to replace the damage. I'm so sorry. The place looks great.
Thank you.
And she'll leave, but she does toss a look or two over her shoulder at Arthur as she goes, grabbing that book on diseases with magical resistance.
How many have you caught so far?
Not enough. Just a few.
Well, keep trying. I'm sure you'll unlock your potential eventually.
Thanks, Arthur. I'm one day. And she'll walk and catch up with everyone else.
Anything from you, Fable, or are you just hanging out?
I'm listening,
Okay.
but I'll throw I'm gonna throw Arthur a little bombastic side eye at that passive aggressive comment as I follow Sly out. I won't say anything though. He's had enough. He's had enough today.
Give me an insight check.
Okay. Bombastic side eye insight.
Bombastic side.
19.
Hell yeah.
Those peripherals though.
You give him a side eye, and as you do, you catch something in his glance. He's not looking at you, but you catch legitimate concern and worry. You don't think he was being insincere.
Oh.
He actively is hoping Sly reaches her potential.
Okay. Well, can't take back the side eye, sorry.
He didn't seem to notice. It's fine. You guys head out.
Side eye cannon.
Where are you guys going to next?
The moon.
Cobbledy gobbledy.
Yeah, the cobbler.
We will
Byron's way.
head there right after this quick break. When we return, we will be at the morgue and find out what's going on with this case involving the cobbler. As a reminder for you guys, you do have also this mysterious book, My Memoirs, that you have retrieved. You also have this book on magical diseases. Do not forget about those, as those might be important for yourselves. So, with that, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be gone for just 10 minutes, and when we're back, we will continue our show. All right, stay around. Okay, we are back, and the party has left the library of Arthur Navison and are instead now heading off to the city morgue. The morgue, which is run in part by the city and its management, but often overseen by the two major temples in the city, which is the Lux Reach, which is the Tower of Timora, and the Temple of Bound Hands, which is a temple to Ilmater. You guys head to this morgue, and there you find waiting for you, of course, Byron. Thought maybe I misheard you and thought it might be like tomorrow or something. Good of you all to show up.
Oh, yeah, we just got a little waylaid is all.
Yep. All right. So, are you ready to dig in?
As that happens, throws the crab claw right in front of both of them. It looks like to be one of these, maybe an empty table. I hope. Hopefully not with a body.
It probably has a body on it. I'm guessing.
Okay.
Knowing Una, I'm assuming Una wouldn't be.
There's respect. Yeah, I'm not
okay,
gonna.
then never mind. Then
no.
You find an empty spot. Good.
I would like to empty spot right in front of these two people talking and say, Aaren, we really need your help. Aaren, I think we found Sly and I. Do you want to be a part of this, Sly? Do you want me to? Like, this is fine if we say this, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
so
already
Sly,
got this
policy
concerned
sometimes.
dad scowl.
yes. So we've taken Arthur's memoir, and it's
He said
here
we
as they
could.
unwrapping it, and then you see it. But the thing is that it doesn't have anything in it. Pretty boring if you ask someone like me. But
Byron, get in on this. It's a magical memoir. Isn't that cool?
Hold on. He said you could take
He
the
said we
book
could read
out
it.
out of the library.
He said we could read it.
So you
Yes.
decided to take the book out of the library
That's what
of
libraries
our
are for.
very sensitive friend.
You decided to cut
Oh.
his books in half. How
Yeah,
sensitive was he 5 minutes ago, Aaren?
Why is he
But I
sensitive,
did it
Aaren?
in front of him. And second off,
We also took it in front of him. We passed and said goodbye and everything.
It would
We
probably have
didn't
been
hide
better
it.
if you had not done that in front of him, actually.
He seemed fine. I had a heart-to-heart with him right after.
I
and
mean,
then what
Aaren.
happens if he goes and he freaks out once he gets back? Sorry, Fable. What was that? I'm sorry. What?
Nothing at all.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Perhaps we should nail down some priorities.
One fire
let's not
at a time.
focus
Stole
on.
this from
One fire at a
someone?
time.
No, we checked it out of a library. We're going to bring it back. That's
Why
what
couldn't you
libraries
read
are
it
for.
while you were there?
Because
I would like to splash water
there
on
was no
everyone
words.
around. Every single one of these people, I'm just gonna splash water in front of their
okay.
face.
Not
Okay.
in the morgue. Oh,
Una.
Okay.
Yes,
Not
hi.
Thank you.
Una
Nice.
is right here and would like your attention, as this is
Okay.
this is very important, and we need to figure out how to read a book with nothing written in it.
I think
Nothing
it's
written
magic.
in it.
Well, we haven't
Uh.
touched it. We're scared. We sense that something is up about it, but when we open it up,
For right now, I don't know the spells to be able to identify this object. It's going to have to wait till later.
you don't know.
At the guild
identify?
hall?
Okay. First
You
off,
used to.
I'm not school educated at magic. Everything I know about magic, I had to learn on my own by myself. All right? And
Byron,
I can't
there's
maintain memorization of that many spells at once. All right?
There's an old
Alright.
Wizard joke you might enjoy.
Congratulations.
The
My
amount of spells
education is
that
out there.
Aaren doesn't know could fill a spell book.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was
It's messed.
Look, I mean, I can help, but, so wait, are we... You think this thing might be potentially cursed or something?
No,
I would love to know.
it's-
I would love to know. But they
It isn't
I mean, they
cursed,
just
I
take
don't
things. You
believe.
know, they just take things.
Okay, because...
Okay.
If you got a bad vibe about it and it could be cursed, well, normally I'd have to take that into the office, run it through standard tests and such, which goes up the chain, and I have to fill reports on...
Well, I mean, it's a good thing this book wasn't here, correct?
Right. You know, though, if
can
you don't
remove a
know
curse.
Identify, I can, like, show you a thing or two.
Well, I mean, if you wouldn't mind. I mean, if you just happen to teach me a spell, who knows what I'd do with it.
That'd be
Okay.
cool.
All right, do we have, like, 20 minutes?
Yeah, they can investigate the body while we work on the book, I guess. First, I'm not the best at medical autonomy.
All right, yeah. Try not to make a mess. Byron takes Aaren to the side. I would like. What are the four of you doing while they're away?
Are we standing in front of whichever slab or table would have the body, like, of the victim that we're looking for, or do we have to look for
Yeah.
that as well?
Like, was Byron standing there?
Roll a d20 for me.
Oh boy, hot dog. That is a 13.
Okay. Yeah. You think you're at the body that
Okay,
you were
great.
supposed to be looking at.
Yeah, then I would start examining it with my eyes, but like this.
Okay.
Oh, that's gross.
Oh,
no.
Una will gladly like take the precautions of like this morgue. They should know very well how like a morgue works. They have seen and moved like I'm sure like a lot of their own, well, maybe not a lot of their own, but anybody that would have passed, they would have done like rites, and they would have moved their bodies with their
Right.
families, so on and so forth. So they would like to go ahead and go through the proper procedure, like putting gloves on. And for the first time, you kind of see like Fable, Zozo, and Sly. You're going to see Una looks like at home almost in this atmosphere. Like it looks like they know exactly what they're doing, which I don't think you've ever seen on land.
Okay. So give me a religion check, Una. And for Sly, you're covering your eyes, looking at it. Give me a perception check at disadvantage.
A dirty
And
20.
Hey.
Fable and Zoraius, what are you doing?
I think Zoraius is maybe looking up towards the ceiling. The amount of dead here makes him uncomfortable.
Okay. Who rolled on that 20?
I did.
Oh, okay. Wow. Hey, nice. That was at disadvantage, right?
Yeah, I gotta roll the second one. I just wanted to have a moment, George.
You're good.
That's a 21.
Okay. Zoraius, I'm sorry. What did you say you were doing?
Staring up towards like the windows and the ceilings, not really looking down at the bodies.
Okay. And Fable?
I am staring, unblinking at the body. I don't
Give
think
me a-
she could really do like a full-on like inspection. Like I think it'd be, well, I guess you could argue it could be medicine or perception, whatever you think. But she is not so phased by this, and she's just kind of staring at it, you know.
Okay. Give me a wisdom saving throw at advantage.
Okay. Plus
While
one.
that's happening, Aaren, Byron takes you aside, and I need you to give me a intelligence. Give me an Arcana check
All right.
as they start
14.
to kind of show you the basics.
16.
They start leading you through basic ritual casting. And as a result of that, you can, I believe, add the ritual caster feat to your character. As Byron starts to show you, like, all right, so look, you can do these things even if you're not, like, you know, a full wizard. You know, you can.
Right.
But it's gonna just take you a really long time, like
Okay.
10
Yeah.
minutes to an hour, depending on what you're trying to do.
No, all right. Sounds good.
All right, now do it like this. No, with the other hand, and they start going back and forth.
Dude, he's
and I'm
fucking
sorry.
opening a zone.
What did you, Fable? You got a 14? 15.
14. Yeah,
14.
sorry, 14 wisdom save.
Fable.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, you said disadvantage?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, 11.
11. Fable, you start to. Oh no, that was with advantage. I'm sorry, it was with
Oh,
advantage.
advantage. Okay.
Yeah.
14.
So you start to. There is like a part of this that reminds you of your horrible experiences, but after all you've been through and confronting it, you sort of just take that in and you're not fazed by anything. Una, you start looking at it as a religious practice, and you see a lot of the religious rites have already been done. But you also notice that a lot of work has been done on the body that is outside of your expertise, because the work done on this body was in examination, not in burial or preserving of flesh. In fact, these bodies look a little bit worse for wear, as they've been sitting in this morgue for about 3 months. This one was probably preserved by clerics for a while, but over 3 months you can tell that, you know, you have to cast Gentle Repose like every 10 days. There was probably times when the guys who were in charge of doing that may have missed a day or two. And so the body, it's starting to decompose. But it's still in much better shape than it would be after being here for so many months, given that they were casting Gentle Repose on it. You guys start examining it. Sly, you notice there's several wounds on the body. You also notice Byron left on the body a folder that has papers in it.
Oh, that's perfect. I'm not going to devise anything organically. I immediately pick it up and I start scanning and looking for anything that seems to stand out or that would give me more answers as to what I'm looking at, because 3 months is a long time.
Yeah. You find this.
Oh, shit.
A full autopsy report.
Wow.
Victim's name is H. Flint. He died on the 5th. His humanoid type is human, height 5'8", weight 190, hair brown, eyes hazel. Humors, low on blood, good bile, good yellow bile, good phlegm. And the cause of death was blunt force trauma with a diagram.
On the diagram, it shows where, like, most of the trauma was inflicted.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, that's pretty bad. H. Flint. And from the newspaper or the announcement board that we were looking at, the reports of this horrific incident, did it have the address of, like, where this cobbler's was, or is it like one of the only ones in the city? Like, would I know of where this had happened since it was a few months ago?
Give me a history check.
Sure.
While that's happening, Aaren, you have been taught the ritual caster feat. I believe you can use that to learn Identify. What would you like to do? And I think you might be muted.
Yes. I will. Yeah, I'll go ahead and ritually start casting Identify
Okay.
on the book.
One moment, please. Okay. So, what was your history check, Sly?
Muted.
Oh, sorry, I got an 11.
11. Okay, very good. You don't, but as Aaron's ritually casting this spell, you don't remember where it was, but Byron comes over. Oh, you found the autopsy report. Great. Yeah.
It seems pretty bad.
Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, got pretty torn up. Yeah. They said he went missing from his place one night during a storm. And then the next day he was found like this.
I see, during a storm.
Hmm.
Okay. And do you know where the cobbler's place was before?
Sure. I don't know how much evidence we're going to find there given so long, but we can go there if you want.
I think I'd just like to have it on hand. Aaron's better at making the plans, but it's good to know if we need to trace our steps, where to start.
Yeah, I can take you there. As he's explaining that, Una, with your passive perception, you are like looking at the body to see like the, what was done to preserve it and everything like that. You notice on its back, and it's very strange. Does Una know what a rooster is?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You see what looks like a bruise that is like a 1-to-1. It looks like the head of a rooster.
Looks like the head of a rooster was a bruise on the back of this body.
Yes. Actually, specifically, it was on this shoulder right here.
Shoulder.
Okay. The shoulder with the X on it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What can I discern about that? What can I roll insight to understand a little bit more of what could happen, or is this just kind of more like a general, it just looks like a rooster face?
You can give me you can give me insight or you can give me insight or medicine.
Okay, I have a lower medicine. I'm gonna roll medicine.
Okay.
I think I would rather do that in this situation. Oh, this is great. Dirty 20.
You think that they must have hit something rooster shaped. Possibly a whole rooster.
Like a weather vane rooster or like a rooster?
Animal. I don't even know what to discern about this. So, and I'll just to the group here. So it looks like maybe the blunt trauma was done by a rooster.
As Una points this out, Sly, because you actually guessed it, you look at it and you think it might be a weather vane.
Another win for autism. Let's go.
Let's go.
Ooh, shout out to autism.
I think it's very easy to just be like, Una's talking nonsense, but even Una's nonsense has a purpose. And so saying rooster and then like seeing where they kind of like hover their fingers over that shape on the shoulder, I would say, Byron, you said it was storming?
Yeah.
This kind of looks like one of those weather vanes, those flat metal things that show you the direction of the wind.
Oh, yeah. Kinda. If you look at it from this angle.
Or any angle, Byron,
Turns
get
their
on
head.
board.
Well, I just meant that it's sideways. It doesn't matter. What's your point?
Yes, I see it.
Well, I want to look now at my cards and see if there's any stormy elements or anything that would seem about like tossing a body around, like something that would have powerful effect enough to do this, and if it's connected to any type of storm, lightning, thunder, wind gusts, or crushing of any sort, like because it looks like his side is crushed or bludgeoned.
Okay. For people who don't know this, Sly now has almost all of the cards in her possession. If you would like to look through them and make those guesses yourself, you very well may.
I had a guess. The one that's sticking out to me is the Falling Titan.
Okay, let's pull that up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And while you're doing that,
Yep.
Una is just going to say, if what you're saying is correct, Sly, then it must be from a house around where the cobbler was, and maybe that could lead us in the right direction.
Well, where he
If
was
we need
found,
to go.
anyway.
That's true.
So he could have been from
Assuming-
anywhere?
Say what?
So he could have been from anywhere?
No, I just mean we know where he lives because his wife is sad, but it could be, unless he got the injury when he was like before. But if he got it when he died, we know where we found the body. That was somewhere else. That was somewhere else in town.
Oh, I'd much rather want to go there, Byron.
All right.
Much rather.
Yeah, we can do that.
Sly, you're giving
Aaron, you're done, by the way.
bloodlust.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Una. Go ahead.
You're giving bloodlust, Sly. I think
Well,
that
Is that a
might
good
not-
thing?
No, I don't. I personally don't think that it looks as natural on you.
Yeah,
So-
sorry. I'll tone it down. We could grab a snack on the way.
I'm not that particularly hungry. Looking at both like Fable and Zoraius. Are you hungry? You heard what Sly just said about being excited to go back there, right?
No, sweet. After you.
Sweet. Okay. I mean, Sly's trying to get to the bottom of this. What's the problem?
So, yes, of course. That's silly of me. Silly, Una. I don't know. Maybe just being around here. I've seen a lot of death lately. It just seems. Maybe never mind.
Zoraius actually comes and puts a hand on your shoulder. Soggy, I understand where you're coming from on that. One day at a time.
Okay. As they take your finger and they kind of just place you on them. That is good to know. Thank you so much. Aaren.
Yeah. Sorry. And he kind of closes up the book.
This one.
Yeah. What are we doing? What are we looking at?
Falling Titan, Aaren. We did this as
Okay.
a flashcard exercise, remember?
Yeah. Let's see here. So what do you think we can find him?
Maybe where the last body was dropped. This guy seems.
Okay.
Are you okay, Una?
Yes, very, very okay. Shifts uncomfortably, starts to get behind Aaren. So what did you find in the book?
Still working on that. It's going to take me a little bit longer.
Okay.
I'm going to need a couple more sessions to fully figure out what this thing is.
Take your
Okay.
time.
So, Can you read on the way, or is this something that you maybe need to spend time on?
It'll be a project. Listen, do we need a rest for the night, or you sure we should be getting into a fight?
Well, we haven't fought in a while, haven't we? Right, Sly? Fable?
No, you, me, and Fable
Zoraius?
sure haven't.
All I'm saying is I'm just trying to make sure you're okay, Una, and that you're up for the task.
Oh, Una is very tall and is up to meet each task with their sight in mind.
Fair enough. All right, well, let's check this last location.
Yeah. By the way, you said Falling Titan? Can I see that?
Oh, Byron, you have no idea what you've just done. And she's going to take like a big step very close to him and show him Falling Titan while her head is like 2 inches away from his head and showing him the card.
Oh, you really like to invade personal space. Okay, yes.
Only when invited, Byron.
Sure,
Watch your words.
Yeah. So, where'd you get these cards again?
Oh, my granny.
Oh, these are... Oh, right. Yeah, of course. Right. These are them. Yeah, right. Right.
Yeah.
Fable, does he not know, or is he just, he's not that smart? Is
You
that?
see,
No, shh.
like,
He's trying to fit in. Let him try.
Byron
Oh, yes.
looks paler than maybe they normally would.
Do you know something about this card?
No, probably not. No, but
Wait.
let's
Probably
go.
not.
Let's go check out the thing. The thing.
Wait.
What?
Byron. And she's gonna do the thing that she was doing in front of Una, and she's gonna like flare out her shirt so he can't get around her.
What?
She's gonna, wait a minute.
What?
What in the Predator?
That
I
is
don't
not-
like this.
Well, answer my question, and I'll let you go. But you're not allowed to run away from difficult conversations. That's not how we function as a group, Byron.
Make a persuasion check. The persuasion check. Sorry. I'm fucking... Now you got me fucking up.
Okay, I'm definitely adding
Byron's
psionic die to
definitely
that.
lying.
Okay, I got a 13 total.
Can I attempt to help?
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
I walk up and I just say, listen, we just don't want to run into what we ran into last time with the shadow dog monster demon thing, where any information that you can spare that won't get you in trouble if it was discovered that you told us, is what I'm trying to say.
I have a theory on what it could be, but I really need to see more before we go into it. Trust me, it's a long story.
All right.
Let's just
we got
look at this
a
next location, and we'll figure out from there.
sounds good.
You guys
Lead the way.
head out into the streets where the scene of the body was found. So, according to the report, it was around here, probably sometime in the morning, around 10 a.m.
I'm looking at the rooftops for any rooster weather vanes or maybe broken ones.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll
perception.
jump up on the roof.
Anyone else doing anything while you're here?
I mean, perception check without a doubt. Just
Are
to
you
see
looking
if
at
there's
rooftops,
any...
or are you looking at anything else?
Yeah, I'll
I'm
investigate.
looking at the ground. I'm looking at seeing if there's like storm or like remnants of a storm, or like rubble was here, or like something
me a
was
perception check,
fixed
Una.
and cleaned. Okay, great.
And what you get, Sly?
I pushed myself psionically for a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. you immediately you're scanning rooftops. You find that weather vane, and you see there's one with a rooster on it. It's like bent at a 45-degree angle.
I got a 20.
Sly is going to tug on Aaron's sleeve,
Yeah.
and she's like narrowing her eyes and pointing at the silhouette of that weather vane and goes, "Cock-a-doodle-doo. We're on its tail now." And she's gonna start booking it. Her little legs just take off towards that weather vane.
He's gonna do some anime darting between buildings to jump and flip onto the top of it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Got it. Una, while they're doing that, you see some rocks that don't quite fit in with the cobblestones. They're like sort of gray, like slate colored, versus the sort of like clay like colored stones in this part of town.
Zozo, Fable.
Yes.
I think that these are my eyes perceiving this correctly? These don't look like the same type of stone. The color's all wrong. Is this for style?
No,
Is this what you see?
I think you've found something important here, Soggy. Fable, what do you think?
Those colors definitely don't match.
So
She
this
just has her
could be
arms
new.
crossed.
This could be new, or fixed, or could it be hiding something?
I don't know. But
I would
did they
say
do any of them move?
Yes, I should check that. As they bend down and they kind of like just push to see if any of them kind of like move. Does anything happen with that?
No, not from pushing them.
I would say it's certainly displaced.
So, Ash. Maybe I'm not strong enough. Maybe we need Aaren to lift these.
I mean, they're
You
like
think I
rocks,
can't
like,
lift them?
Small.
Huh?
They're like small rocks, like stones. They're not like boulders.
Yeah. Yeah, I stick to what I said.
Okay.
You don't need me for everything.
I lift up the small stones.
Okay. You have a couple of these small stones in your hand.
I think we should perhaps just show this to the others. More indications of debris being scattered.
Okay. Up on the roof, you guys find the weather vane. It is bent on that 45-degree angle. It does look as if something may have struck it. Anything else?
Can I investigate using some good old fashioned math? Try to calculate the trajectory in which an object would have fallen to hit it at such an angle.
Sure.
Did you teach Sly math? Like,
Give me an intelligence check.
Oh boy. Yeah. That's a natural 20 for a 24.
You are looking at it, and maybe there's something just special about you right now, but like you're really piecing stuff together faster today, and you see, like, you start calculating it, and you're like looking up, and you're up there, like sort of like, okay, it would have come down, and like you see where Una and them are, and like, yeah, if it came from this angle, it would have hit there. After it like hit this thing, you're figuring that out. And we'll come back to you in a moment. Down below, Byron comes up to you guys as you have these stones. What you got?
Soggy, go ahead.
we have these stones that are discolored from the rest of these other stones. And if I just, and they lay down and place their head exactly where these stones are, maybe if I could see where they came from, I would know
Make a perception
some
check.
more about that. Okay.
Anyone else doing anything? Fable? Zoraius? There's like a bunch of these stones on the ground.
Just a shit ton of them?
Should I just help? I guess just crouch down and kind of.
Yeah, start sweeping them into one spot, maybe? Or.
Give me a luck check, Fable.
A luck check?
me,
What is
Just
that?
D20. Yeah.
Okay, I got
Sly?
17.
What's up, Sly?
Ooh, that's a good check. For Sly, could I be?
It's my
I
lucky number.
studied a lot of what Arthur has given me over the course of our start of the journey to now, and most of it has been just me asking for Seer stuff and stuff on the cards. Could I do some kind of history or something to figure out if I can pull details from what I remember reading about the falling Titan specifically?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a history check.
Sure.
Zoraius, anything from you? You said you're like sweeping them up?
Yeah, just, I guess, putting them all in one spot.
You put them all in one spot. What about the ones in your hands? Do you put those down? Do you like toss them with the rest, or?
Yeah, sure, why not?
You toss them, and as you do, you notice it feels like they fall slower.
I would like to pick one up, use my mirthful leaps to do a long, high jump with my little goat legs, and drop it at the top of my arc.
You land, and you see the stone
Whoa.
is like slow falling.
Una's gonna try and catch it, but can't really
Una, you're
I'm
trying
like,
to
not
catch
sure.
it, and with your perception check, you see that there's a speck up blocking some of the sunlight. And
Like rubbing my eyes.
Aaren, you've calculated trajectory, and you're looking up. Give me a perception check.
Gotcha. Also, quick question: did we get a short rest over this course of time?
You would have, yes.
Lovely.
Oh, yay, that's so good to know.
That's a 16 on the perception check.
16. You see that small speck as well. It's really high up in the sky. Sly, you're remembering something about the falling Titan being one of the few cases the dwarves of this land came to the Seer about.
Mm-hmm.
And it was somewhat, it was like an ally of theirs that needed help.
Okay. I will relay that to the group in general as I'm watching this stone kind of fall slowly. And I'm going to scoop up some into just a regular pouch and just tie it to my belt to have on me to kind of like explain this phenomenon, maybe show it to someone else if we can get a second opinion later on. But I'm just like gathering evidence as we go, and I'll share what I remember reading with the rest of the group.
Aaren, Una, you both see that speck in the sky. And Byron notices your glances. And you see something?
Yeah, we found him.
We found what?
That's
The
the Titan
speck?
up there in the sky.
I think that there might be something wrong with my eye.
Call over
There-
MaeLeFay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe I have one of those stones in my eye as they turn to like Sly and Fable. Do you see this? Do I have a stone in my eye?
No stone.
I'm going to warg into the vision of MaeLeFay and then send him flying up into the air towards it.
MaeLeFay starts flying up. And as they do, you see the sky, you're flying through the clouds upward, and this speck is getting bigger. And it's getting bigger, and for a moment you think that it might be getting closer to you. Actually, no, quite the opposite. You think that it's not getting close to you at all. As you are flying upwards with MaeLeFay. MaeLeFay's going as high up as they can. Is there a range limit on your warging?
That is an excellent question. I'm so glad you asked. Telepathic connection when you have 150, you can communicate telepathically. Additionally,
Oh, wow.
100 feet.
Okay, rap god.
100 feet.
All right,
Oh,
yeah.
Fly up 100 feet. And it's really small. But it looks like there's a stone just floating in the sky.
Huh.
Like a really big stone.
Yeah, that's I think that's him. Unless we know anybody else who can fly.
How are
Stay
we supposed to
stationary.
get up there?
Well,
And
we
then
could use
Melissa come back.
we could use a fly spell or a few. Or we can go and see if we can get some griffins or something. Or we could teleport.
No, I think we need griffins.
Well, the problem isn't getting there. The problem is getting back down.
Yeah.
Well, then,
Griffins.
sounds like Griffins is
Seer,
right
I'm
choice.
not sure about this one.
Why, Byron?
I don't know why it would be up there, but
It.
there was an old ally of the dwarfs who he was a storm giant. And he kind of went mad. We went to the Seer for help, but even with her by our side, we couldn't talk sense into him. So,
What
she put him down.
ended up?
So that's a ghost.
That's what we're
flying
trying to do. Is put that down. Then
Hey, bye-bye.
I don't like that.
Hey,
nickname.
Byron.
Yeah?
The thing that's blocking out the sun a little?
I mean, just a tiny bit, but yeah.
So you're gonna get us griffins.
I mean, I can try.
Byron, that wasn't a question.
Make an intimidation check.
I don't have any of that.
Bye-bye.
I don't
We're
have
fresh
that.
out for the
Bye-bye.
day.
Come on, bye-bye.
There's no more.
There's
Okay.
no more.
Alright.
No more left.
Mercy. That's a 21.
Shut up. What?
Damn,
Okay.
girl, these rolls.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. Okay. He starts walking off, and you see he looks stressed by this.
I think Slide doesn't notice that he looks stressed, but probably can tell like by the huff of his breath or the pace of his walk, but is just staring up at that little spot in the sun and is like very nervously kind of playing with the cards between her fingers, knowing that she's got to try and put a giant a crazy giant ghost
Who's dead?
who is dead into this card. So regular Wednesday.
Yeah.
Out here for the Seer. And she's very stressed, but she's trying to remain stoic so it doesn't look like she is as she looks up at this little dot in the sky.
No, that makes sense. Give me one moment. I just need to double check something.
Oh my god, please don't.
We could tie the card to a rock and throw it up there. As Una picks up a rock and like.
I
just,
am
like,
worried
starts to
about
aim it.
maybe not going blind, but I am worried a little bit about losing my 20/20 vision, which I'm really proud of. So I'm maybe just gonna keep the card on me for now.
Oh, I usually keep that information in my head.
It's
I
okay.
must be tired.
It's okay.
Byron rushes off to get griffins. While they're doing that, up in the clouds, something stirs. This like
Nope.
crackle of
Hate it.
lightning
Uh-oh.
and
Hate this.
frustration pacing back and forth. As you guys you guys don't see this, but what is happening up there is one moment.
Oh, no.
Please.
I don't want to know.
Mercy.
You see this, or you don't. Rather, the audience sees this.
It's me. I'm the audience.
Oh no.
Oh.
Sitting up in this shattered temple, waiting, hoping to get answers of questions that are driving them quite mad. That is where I think we should leave off.
Yep. Take it
As
away.
Byron
With an
will be
angry storm
coming
giant above our heads.
next week with griffins or some other means of getting up there. And
We could all jump on Aaron's back.
True.
Yeah, I'll fly us there.
you'll just fly us there. It'll be great. This is actually funniest thing. This is actually the enemy I wanted to end season 1 with, but then everything went differently, and that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, I'm sure you guys will do great. A big sorry to May and Sky.
It's fine,
What?
George.
It's
Oh.
yeah.
It's fine.
May and Sky have had to fight giant ghosts before.
Oh.
How fun was that last time?
With George.
It was great, right?
It went really well.
I remember knocking out. I remember being dragged out of that fight.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
fine.
good thing you know how to do it.
It'll be fine.
Being knocked out.
Yeah.
And be dragged out of the fight.
Yeah.
We will pick up with this next week. For now, you guys have made some great progress on your investigations. You figured out what might have cobbled the cobbler, clobbered the cobbler, and you also found a mysterious book inside Arthur's library. You also found a book on diseases, those that are magically resistant. Would you guys like the information from that book now, or do you want to wait for it some other time?
Please. No, right now.
Now. Now so
I-
I can
I have
ponder on it over
theories.
the week.
Absolutely. Who has that book?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh
you
yeah,
gave it to
I
me.
handed it to you. Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a. You can choose investigation or arcana, and you can do so at advantage.
Okay. Let me see here. I will do Arcana.
Okay.
The first roll is natural fucking 20.
Wow. Okay.
Jeez! What's
And
going
you
on
know what?
tonight, guys?
I want a second natural 20. Let's see if I can do it. No. Okay.
Oh, that's the last
a dirty
roll of
20.
the
But
game.
Dirty. Filthy.
Based on the book that you guys found today, what you can deduce is this: there are only 3 ways a disease could be magically resistant. Option 1, it was a magical invention. Option 2, it was the act of a god. Or option 3 is it's caused by a curse. Those are the 3 only ways. So either A, someone, by magical invention, it means someone used magic to create a disease. Or act of divine god, like a god of pestilence or something like that. Or a curse of some kind.
none of my theories hold up.
It's the government.
It's the government. That's okay. Fair
It's
enough.
the pigeons.
Fucking Prince, dude.
That's what Aaren thinks.
I think the prince could help us with this, to be so real.
You guys go ahead and think about that. We will pick up next week with our adventure as you guys head up into. Look at this gorgeous map. It's
I'm
so
excited
pretty.
to die on it.
I love it.
It's so
Hey,
Can't wait
real
to be
quick.
thrown off of
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the
Real
ground.
quick.
Yeah.
Is a magic god? Do you mind making them very hot? Thank you.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
If you're saying if it's a god that created the disease, make
Yeah.
them very hot.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
Noted.
Yeah, I'd really.
If Karst
Disease god
rolls,
is
then it will
inherently
be
hot.
anyway.
I know. That's
It's like
true.
Melania.
I may or may not already have art of said thing, but don't worry about it. That is for you guys to see some other time.
It's a witch.
We will be back next week with a fight on this wonderful map. Maybe a fight. You know what? Maybe the
fight?
party will talk it out.
Diplomacy, George.
You know?
Yeah, diplomacy.
Should we level up before the fight, though?
Yeah, I
No.
think so. What?
You said we had to punch more things, and Aaren and I punched more
we
things.
punched the hell out
You
of
punched
each other.
each other. Okay.
That's
Then we
right. You
level
guys,
up.
you guys actually lose a level for that, I think.
Technically.
And I gave Aaren a free feat today. Okay.
Free meat.
Feet for free?
Yeah.
Oh,
feet
in
for
this
free.
economy?
Only,
Free
only here
feet.
at the Forgotten Adventures channel do you get feats for free.
Hey.
Dragon Daddy gets free feet.
That's right. Tell your friends. Tell your friends.
You saw it here first.
We'll be back next week for that, but also we're going to be
With
here
more
Sunday. The party in our Fandelver campaign on Sundays at 11 a.m. They went and killed a whole bunch of bandits and maybe have started a turf war with a bunch of red brand ruffians.
I love the
for
energy.
the fate
I
of
love it.
Phandalin. So, we'll see how that's going. That would be great. And that's it for us. If you like the show, please tell people about it. If you're watching this on YouTube, please leave us a comment. It helps the algorithm and it helps us know what you guys like and don't like. And of course, if you want to talk to us about the show, head over to the Discord for Forgotten Adventures. Links are on our Twitch page and in our YouTube. And come by and say hi. Tell us what you think of the show. With that, everybody have a wonderful night. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Take care.
We
Thank
go.
you. Bye, everyone.
I can't wait to die next week.
Fear is how it starts. Unsure what you'll find. It could tear you apart. You take a leap of chance. You break your mother's oath now. Macabre is the dance. And set free are the ghosts. Will a card save us here? Will it spell out our dooms? Only one thing is clear. We face fears and fortunes. Fears and fortunes, the cards don't ever lie. There's only 14 ghosts, but a million ways to die.